afternoon, everybody. It is Thursday. It is hot as heck out there, but at least it's not raining. I want to start off the show with a big, big thank you to a wonderful woman. Her name is Anita Starlight, and she is a professional vocalist. She does the American songbooks, the 50s to the 80s. She does Streisand. There she is. Look at how beautiful she is. She does Natalie Cole, Aretha Franklin, Donna Summer, Celine Dion. And she sings at different locations and restaurants all over Nassau County. Just recently, she sang at Monroe's, which is a great restaurant if you want to try it, in Westbury. You haven't been there yet, right?
No, not yet.
Monroe's is a great restaurant. She also sings on our show at least 4 times a year. And she also does a lot of charity work, and she's a comedian as well, and sings with the Village People seniors. And they have a lot of fun in the assisted livings, and they put on shows. So Anita, you have been nominated to be the vendor of June, the vendor of the month, because we got so many answers when you sang, and people just adore you. So congratulations, and we'll be trying to help you a little bit more. I'm going to try to get you in another restaurant in the next 2 or 3 weeks, because restaurants are now coming back, and they're bringing performers in only because everyone else that doesn't go to the Hamptons needs to go somewhere for dinner, and that's what we're going to do for Anita this month, because she's been such a great trooper. So thank you, Anita. And then I have two very, very nice professional businessmen here today. I have Lee Hecker.
Yep.
And Lee is the owner of Hecker Video, which we're going to talk about. And he's located in Holbrook.
Correct.
In a building you'll never believe what the building looks like when I show it to you. But look at him there. Look at, we have a nice message for you there today. Thank you, Lee Hecker.
I appreciate it.
You're
Thank
the
you.
sponsor of the day. And, now we have this other man in my favorite color. Everybody knows I love blue.
That's why I wore it.
And you have on blue, but navy.
Yeah.
You look good in the royal blue.
Oh, thanks.
That's what color I want to get on my next
I only
car.
bring on good looking
Right.
people.
And I know actually Bruce from previous things. We used to meet at the bagel shop once in a while,
Oh, yeah.
and we became friends. And it's 7 years.
And here we go.
And
Right.
I got laid off before Bruce,
Right.
and that's how we became friends. In my book, I think he's in my book. I don't know. Maybe I wrote about you. I'm not sure.
I've seen you before.
From Fire to Freedom is, my book. So anyway, how the hell are you? I haven't seen you in a while.
No, I'm doing good.
So what are you? I hear you're now working for this guy. You're an assistant sales. You're a sales assistant.
Sales. He does the actual work. He does everything. Nobody's limited to just one thing.
I know Lee for a number of years. And,
So tell me about him before he tells me his story. How do you know him? I mean,
well, I know him from sports. We played sports over the years, tennis and racquetball, things like that. And it just progressed into a professional relationship.
mm-hmm.
And
Do you play golf?
No.
Oh, because I know he
I
likes
play
golf.
golf.
He
I
plays
know.
golf.
I'm trying to get him to play
He's been
golf.
bugging me to play golf for a long
You should
time.
do it once.
I
You might
used
not
to
like
up
it.
until a late teenager, and I was just terrible at
You
it.
don't like it. Yeah.
I-
That's like me with bowling. I'm not a bowler.
Not-
Very bad bowler.
Yeah.
I don't get gutter balls. Lot of ball, gutter ball, gutter ball. So,
I know Lee for a number of years, as I said. And, Lee was in the corporate world. And then it came to a point where he got tired of that whole
yeah. Where were you in corporate? What
Well,
industry?
in the way pass and stuff like that, I did work for TWA way back
Ah.
in the 70s into 80.
Were you a captain on the
No.
plane?
Nothing like that. I was the guy on the jetway. He used to put the jetway
Oh.
on, checking the people through
Like
into
this?
the airplanes.
Yeah.
No, upstairs in the actual gate area.
Oh, by the gate.
Yeah, so I did that
We met a lot of famous people at that gate,
all
too.
the time. Every day, famous people go through the airport because they gotta travel too.
So did you ever have someone say, I have to get on that flight, my future wife is on there?
Not that bad, but
No,
yeah.
Stuff
yeah.
like that happened to
All
you?
every day, almost every day. So I was there, and then I switched over to Eastern Airlines,
Which is another good one back then.
back then, they're no longer in existence,
Right.
unfortunately. So I was at the gate at the beginning, and then I did what's called weights and balance,
What's that?
which most people don't know. So say this is an airplane, each airplane has to be loaded differently for
So you had
the
to measure
email,
it?
for the freight, for the passengers, how many passengers, and you have to have the plane balanced for takeoffs and landing. And then you had to know how much fuel they had to use to get to, say, Fort Lauderdale.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's a weather problem, you had to know if there was an alternate like Miami or an alternate like
So that was a
Orlando.
big job too. I mean,
Yep.
people's lives were in
All
there.
technical kind of things we've been doing. Over there.
Yeah, so
And now it's technical with the video.
so you said that he loves pictures, and is this true? Is he a picture man? He loves pictures of family and
Well, no, I think he's just concerned with keeping
Preserving.
the heritage of families. Whether it be video or reel-to-reel tapes or pictures. Converting that into a digital format that can be passed on to future generations. Because all of this media that currently is available is slowly deteriorating.
well, that's true.
Films are becoming
Everything is different now. I mean, I was at the media conference today for all the big guys at the Garden City Hotel. It was lovely. And my biggest champ today was Sam Champion. He got a beautiful award today, as friendly as could be, talking
That's
to
nice.
all
It's
of
nice
us.
to know that they're friendly.
And they are. And I was telling them how in my book, chapter 22 is just about reporters. Because I learned everything I learned because I worked with reporters and I was scared to death of them for a long time.
Really?
But then I learned from watching them. I was in a big room and all the reporters were there and they all have a Rolodex on their desk. And the worst thing you could do is try to touch the Rolodex. Because
They'll chop your
their-
finger off.
That's their life. Anyway, so we were discussing that.
Yeah.
And he was very interested, and he says, we're looking into more Long Island stories, so hey, maybe today will be a lucky day. But the events, you could see it on.
Like Darwin, Cormaholic, I've done a ton of work for and stuff like that. So they have their stuff from the 80s, 90s into the 2000s. So they want to preserve what they've done on TV. So they bring me old tapes, some footage that they've been on, and so on. So they want to preserve it not just for themselves, but for family members who may not see them on TV because they're older, they're retired.
Right.
So,
And when people get older, the whole thing about the videos and doing it yourself, it's overwhelming.
Most of the stuff is in the garage, buried, or down in the basement,
Yes.
Under the bed.
or under
And-
the
and
bed,
you
and
do
nobody
have
gets
to-
a chance to
And you
look
have
at
to
it.
find it. You really, I mean, the people have to find it. And then, do they give it to you in good form, or do you have to like make a lot of adjustments because
well,
they're so old?
it really varies. Like if it's film, these are the old films.
So this is
with-
what a film, what people
No,
used to make films with?
Right, this is,
This big thing?
well, this is just leader, I can't take somebody's film, but that's how film first started.
This. And now it's
That's
so
the sign.
different, right?
Well, everything right now is I'm not gonna take it, is the phones now, because nobody's bringing cameras
That's
around.
sure.
You did that on purpose.
So then what happened after this?
So, the first way it started, way back in the early 1900s, was 35 millimeter. That's the
Okay.
original. So then when the super rich wanted to have films of their family, they cut the 35 in half, and this is the size of a 16 millimeter. So the people who were using these way back in the 20s, 30s, and 40s, all the film is on what's called 16 millimeter.
Okay.
So then from there, they're like, well, now the common people want to take movies of their family, friends, and so on. So we're opening up.
Common people meaning like people like
Every
me?
day. So this is half of this.
Okay,
So
let's do that.
this is half of,
So what kind of a
this is called
projector do you do this on?
this is an 8 millimeter, and it's not really a projector, it's a scanner.
Wait, a camera scanner?
No, it's a scanner machine that rolls a tape through,
Look at that. Well, it definitely,
well, it's getting smaller.
look at this, went from this to this.
Well, it's the
okay?
size of the film and stuff like
Right,
that, but,
mhm. This is interesting.
so, where was I?
So the machine, the film runs through it.
Right, but it's not really a projector, it's sending a signal from this machine, which is a scanner, and they use what's called LED bulbs,
Mhm.
because if you use the high wattage tungsten, it could actually burn old brittle film.
That used to happen all the time, right? At a birthday or Thanksgiving,
Yeah,
you'd start to run all the old films, and then it would get stuck.
and also
And it
you
would
see
just
the
burn and
bubble,
go on fire.
right, it would show up a big bubble. But the actual LED bulbs that scan it, you can actually touch the bulb, and it's just slightly warm.
So you
So-
need to replace these bulbs all the time.
Not the LEDs, not the
No,
LED, no,
really?
no, they're like 50,000 hours or something.
Really?
So it sends a signal to a computer, and the computer captures what's ever on the films
Mhm.
into what's called a file.
Okay.
So then from these files, you can make other files that you can put on a flash drive, or you can burn it onto what's called a DVD, which is becoming passé now.
I know, because nobody has them anymore on their
Yeah,
computers.
it doesn't
I don't have a
come with
DVD.
it.
Like someone gave me a movie. I'm like, I can't even watch it. So how do I watch a DVD now? You know?
Well, you can still buy a DVD player somewhere online,
Yeah, but they're not-
but it's not really,
Current.
right, as a matter of fact, over half my business lately has been people bringing in DVDs, and they're putting their DVDs onto files. So everything now is becoming files, and the files go onto a flash drive. So you can get back a flash drive, and some people have what's called a cloud account, which I highly recommend, because I can't tell you how many people that I've run into.
That goes on the phone, the cloud account.
Well, no, the cloud account is
Up in the
Oh,
cloud.
up in the cloud, okay.
So I can't tell you how many people that I run into. The house has been underwater from a flood,
Yeah.
or they had a house that burned, and part of the house that burned had their
Right,
films
it happened to me.
taped.
I had 2 floods.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So by putting their stuff on a flash drive and then putting it into a cloud account, you're protecting your stuff for future generations.
So who climbs up to get the cloud account? I mean, really?
Well, he's a pretty good,
Where the
Bruce,
hell
Bruce
That's
is
one of the services that we have.
Okay, so what the hell are you
he
doing?
climbs up the cloud, comes down about 2 or 3 days later, and he brings back his stuff.
Wow, that's interesting, really. Bruce, you got a pretty good job there.
Yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very technical, but it's.
Well, you were
it's-
technical in your career too. I mean,
Yeah, I was in the IT.
you were in
area.
IT for what, 40 years, 35, 40
Well,
years?
let's not go that long.
Yeah. Well, he's younger than me. He's very young.
30-something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's how I met you, really. Having bagels, because we were both saying, oh, we lost our job, you know, we got to change, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
In that shitty little bagel place that we didn't really, I mean, it was good, but that's where we met all the time on Nassau Boulevard.
every weekend over bagels and coffee.
Yes, and the lady that we adored was the cook, and we stayed friends with her. And I used to meet a lot of people in that little bagel shop, right?
Yeah.
And now look at us, 7 years. It's a long
You've
time.
come a long way.
You have a lovely wife,
Oh, thank you.
and occasionally they come to one of my events. I do events. My events
Okay.
are not expensive, and they're fun. And you always either dance, eat, and have a nice performance.
Well, that's some good stuff to go to.
So when he comes next time, you have to bring your wife.
I will.
But anyway, it's really interesting how your life changed as well, since I know you.
Yeah.
My life changed drastically, and your life changed because everything's changing.
Well, this industry is always going forward. So like we went from films to tapes to DVDs, now it's files, and who knows what's going to happen in the future. But eventually everything that's going to be done will be sent to a cloud account. You're not going to have material things eventually.
So on your computer, do you have a box that says cloud account with files with everyone's name in it?
Right, so like say you have a Google email,
Right.
and on Google email you can have what's called Google Drive, and
Okay.
into that drive you can load up films, tapes, whatever files that you have, and this way it'll be stored in your Google account.
Okay, got
If
that.
it's like Microsoft has OneDrive,
Right.
so you can use OneDrive to store all your stuff. So this way it's protected. You know, you have a password to get in and out of there and stuff like that. So
So you're really good at this. I know in the film industry, because I'm in a few films, a lot of the actors, they go talk to someone and they bring them all their stuff. And they say, I want a really nice, you know, observation of me in different roles. Would you be
Yeah,
doing something like
we,
that for
we've
them?
done montages of different singers,
Good
bands,
to know.
groups.
Some actresses that we've
Actresses.
done over the years.
Yeah, sure. I
You
mean,
can't tell us who they are.
no.
But what about like museums, corporate communications kind of people?
They contact me, like I've done about 450 tapes for the Holocaust Museum.
Which is huge. That's
So,
down here in Oyster Bay, isn't it?
It's in Glen Cove,
Oh,
up
okay.
north over
Mhm.
there. So people want their stuff. Their parents or grandparents have been in the Holocaust. So what they did for many, many years is they taped all these people for about an hour to 2 hours, their
Wow.
experiences in the Holocaust.
At the museum, they
And
do this?
yeah, so a lot of times they would tape in somebody's house
Oh,
or a
okay.
studio or a friend's house or a neighbor's house or something like that. So they would record everything, and they have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tapes through the years of interviews with all the people that were in Holocaust. So now, because the actual physical tapes do degrade, the magnetic field of the planet, believe it or not, and it's magnetic tape, it starts to degrade anything that's magnetic tape. So it becomes more grainy, more washed out, the colors tend to bleed, so they want to preserve
The
in,
color and the
right, they
actual
want to
photo.
preserve everything. So now what I
video.
do is I put all that stuff onto a file. So instead of having 450 tapes of people who survived the Holocaust, each one is a file in their system. So they can bring up, and it could be kids in future generations that want to see their own
Mhm.
relatives that have survived the Holocaust. Most of my relatives died in the Holocaust. I haven't had.
Right. So now, like, who's your best client? Somebody young, somebody middle-aged, somebody old?
It's no best client. I do a lot of corporations.
You do?
I do a
Okay.
lot of corporations, whether it's I work for a studio, like Opportunity Story, I work for them, I work for Showtime, I work for different corporations through the
Mhm.
years. But there's no like one thing
You
that's
do it, or you do a little bit of everything?
right. So I extend out to everybody and anybody. So, and a lot of it's word of mouth. I've done a lot of bands through the years,
Mhm.
and they've gotten to know me and stuff like that. And I'm not sure show it, but
Yes, what is this?
I did work for the Beetle Corporation at Pan Am, so they had footage of the 60-year reunion
Ah,
at the Cradle of Aviation.
which is a great place.
So that was shown on October 5th of 2024, which is the 60th anniversary of the Beatles coming in. So people from Pan Am and the corporation here, they gave me all the films of the Beatles coming down the ramp and the girls screaming and
Yeah, I
everybody
remember
going
that.
crazy.
That's something.
And the film that was shown was my film that I gathered everything up, and we did what's called a loop. So for the whole, say, 6 or 7 hours that people coming in and out of there, my film was in a loop running all the time, and people
That's
looking up and
great.
seeing all the things that have happened 60 years ago.
So now, are you aware that right now a lot of the stars are doing documentaries now and looking for the film to get up? I just watched the one on Paul Reicher, who I adore,
Okay.
and let me tell you, there's a lot of footage there. From when he was
Well,
a kid to all the way.
believe it or not, they also have their own footage because when the group's starting out, I'm not going to give the whole name, but it's the Brothers. They gave me all the footage that they had when friends were filming them in the
Yes.
parks, like Central Park or
Yeah, so
something
that's
like
real
that.
old footage, yeah.
So they would bring in all their stuff, and they were actually in my office. So they would bring in all their footage, and they were looking at it. Oh, they would say, "Oh, you look so young back then." Holy cow! It's like we were young, way back in the late 70s and 80s and
Right.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they used some of my footage for their own documentary. So when they did these groups, and they're showing it like Showtime or HBO, whatever,
Right.
some of that footage would be mine of the bands and stuff
Now,
like
do
that.
you work with? Do they ever say, "Get me a video guy and do this"? It's live. and then.
I don't do that
No,
stuff.
but do you work with someone?
I have
that's-
somebody that works with me.
Okay.
Again, I don't do any videography.
So you do have.
I have somebody that
a
will go,
primary guy.
right, one guy that will go to somebody's graduation or a group on stage,
Mm-hmm,
or, sometimes it's a birthday party.
right.
So somebody will go in and they'll say,
Well,
okay,
that's
what,
good to know.
yeah, what time?
Yes.
And then he'll go in and film it and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
that's good
they
to know.
do weddings and stuff like that
Yeah, well,
also.
these guys are all in demand now.
Well-
Because no one wants to be the one holding the camera
They
or
don't,
doing all that and enjoy their guests.
right, they don't want Uncle Joe out there and it's all jumbled
And it's
in.
not gonna be done well,
Right,
and then
correct.
they wanna eat, they don't wanna be doing this while they're eating. right?
It's a 2-hour event and it's a lot for one individual. If you're asking an uncle or somebody to go out there, he's taking away his own fun time from
Exactly,
enjoying, say, a wedding or something
right,
like
so
that.
you're really all about the family really being connected and
Right.
enjoying themselves.
Sure,
And then the after effect is what you do for them, to give them the footage on these
Right.
special things.
a
that you
lot of people now, believe it or not, they are using things like YouTube. So say somebody comes in and they videotape somebody's wedding. So now they can put it onto YouTube instead of giving tapes out and DVDs out
The
to
people
fans.
just go to YouTube to see
They
them.
can go to the YouTube channel and they can see, Susan and Fred getting married, 2 weeks ago or whatever. And this way it's almost instantaneous that friends, relatives, people that are at the wedding, they can look at what happened.
Mhm.
Sometimes you have relatives that unfortunately can't travel sometimes.
Right, well, that's a big
Not
thing
everybody
right
can
now.
travel, so they can get the link on YouTube
Right,
to watch somebody's
that's what
wedding.
happened for my granddaughter's graduation 3 weeks ago. It was in Washington, I couldn't do it.
Right, that's
Too
what I'm
much
saying.
walking, too
Right.
expensive. I mean, everything is like walking, and the whole thing was in Washington
Yeah.
on the ground. So my daughter says, "You're never gonna make it on 3 days." So I had my tears, and I watched it, and they gave us the video. So
Even
it's all good things for the
even
people, you
even
know.
people who have kids who are doing sports right now.
They're into
Say,
that.
say you have a son that's into soccer, and now he wants to get like a scholarship. So they'll have a videographer go out there, film some games of just the
And
kid
they use that
playing,
for college.
and then they send the DVD in the past, but now they send a link onto like a YouTube,
Right.
so they don't have to send the college anything. They give the colleges a link so they can see these kids
So
play.
you have a big audience of people that need you.
Well, yeah, well, that's why I'm still in business,
High
21 years.
school, I'm sure seniors or kids in junior and senior year, the parents are really into the sports.
It's,
Yes and no.
well, the kids are always into sports. My
Right.
own grandkids, 3 years old, 6 and 8, they're always having some sort of sporting
Yeah.
event going on and stuff
Well,
like that.
even they do the baseball. It's called it's the baby baseball. What is it called? It's a new name for the girls. I forgot the name.
Not a pony league, but,
No, but I guess something like it.
okay. But yeah, and it's funny because my 6-year-old grandson, he's on a baseball team and it's co-ed.
Which
So-
is good.
So you
I
got,
like that.
you have girls and guys.
I
playing
think that's good,
yeah,
but I know
but-
not everybody does. What do you think? Co-ed.
Well, it's been a big controversy,
Yes.
with girls and men playing girls' sports, etc. So just so long as nobody gets hurt.
Yeah.
And,
And the coaches today, like I've seen great coaches, I've seen not so great coaches.
And sometimes the great parents and
Oh, the
sometimes
parents could drive them
not
up
so
the
great
wall.
parents and
But I
stuff
could
like
see
that.
parents asking you for the video that they give them all your stuff.
Sure.
So you have a very big, open client base. But I mean,
It's
really,
just
it's just anything.
Wide open of all the things that I do through the years and stuff. So
So you seem very content with your business, but you're still growing it because you're still changing things, right?
well, that's the thing. When I first started way back 41 years ago, I didn't know the direction of the business at that particular
Mhm.
point. It was just really films onto tapes like VHS tapes.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody says, well, what happens when they use up all
Yeah.
the films? And I'm still getting films almost every week. Almost every week I get films.
Yeah.
And then it's like you have the tapes like VHS, and then they have tapes like video 8 tapes and mini DV tapes, and then it's DVD and mini DVD. So there's always new formats that are coming out. So now people are bringing in boxes of stuff of all different
Wow,
things.
and you're educated on all the new stuff, which
all the
I
new
would
stuff.
assume, like, if somebody's giving you the lifelong pictures, they're like, don't screw it up. You know, do you ever have a person that's a man or a woman that's like shaking when they give you that's all their memories?
Well, more than shaking, because no, it is. You can't repeat your past.
Yeah.
So say you have pictures of, say, your parents or your grandparents might have
Right.
passed on. So when they're bringing in stuff of their family, I make people cry more than anybody in the world, because when they watch the movies of family that are no longer here, they call me back and they say, I cried for like 2 hours seeing my
Wow.
grandmother. I haven't seen my grandmother in 15 years,
Mhm.
and here she is. I'm seeing her on the TV.
Yeah, that's
And,
nice.
and they actually call me back and they say, I was crying for a while.
That's
I couldn't
very
stop crying.
fulfilling.
You know, we have some competitors that have cropped up over the years.
Mhm.
So, but a lot like Legacy Box or something like that. But a lot of that goes offshore. So
Right.
you would package up your films and you would send them, ship them
I'd be afraid to ship anything
offshore.
anywhere.
And you know,
They can wind up in China.
yeah, A, you have to worry about it getting there. B, you have to worry about getting your stuff
Or you have to
back.
worry about you wind up on a China TV station when you're in a bikini or something. I mean, really, I would think people don't want to do that.
Well,
Yeah, so offshore is a little dicey.
see, everything is done for my company on the premise of an office building.
That's great.
I have contracts with different companies through the years, and it can't leave my premise, because if they're famous musicians or singers or whatever, they don't want their stuff. And a lot of it's not just them of singing or bands playing. A lot of it's home movies.
Wow.
And you don't want to have famous people that you know very well on TV screaming and yelling at their kids and wives. So when it comes to me, I have to sign all these affidavits and all these
Right, I
forms,
understand that. Yeah.
and they know that my stuff is safe. It stays within my building, within my office, and none of that will ever leave. So they feel confident in bringing in their stuff.
Let's talk about your building. Bobby, do we have some pictures of his building? I thought that was a very, I don't know, looks like a famous, some kind
No.
of, look at it. It looks like, well, that's a building? It looks
It's
like
just hard to
a
find. That's all.
castle or,
There's like
it's
six
a
of
weird building.
there's like six of them in the area over there.
Really?
When you get into that area, you get confused which
Like,
building.
If I was looking for your office, I'm like, that's not his building. That's what I would say.
I didn't
Very
design the
artsy
building, so
looking,
don't.
right? Very artsy looking.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
different.
Well, it's good that it's artsy though. That's
Yeah,
what
and
we
where's your
do.
sign? I mean, you don't have a sign out
Well,
there.
no,
You have
because there's 35 offices.
Right, so you have to
Yes.
walk in to look
Right,
at the thing,
right.
like a doctor's office.
Right, that's correct.
But it is very unique. It really is.
And the people there at that office building, her name is Janice. She treats me like gold.
Yeah, it sounds
She's
like you have a good arrangement there.
She is great. Anything that I need, she takes care of me. So
Well, Janice, thanks a lot. Sounds like you're a great landlord. Everybody should be a landlord like Janice.
well, it's Janet, but
Janet.
yeah. But
Okay.
she's fantastic. She treats me great, and all the people that work in that building there are all great. And we're like a friendship over there.
Well,
Everybody.
hopefully all your building people are going to see you on the show. And tell them to call me if they need
There
anything.
you go.
I'm
Well, I
telling you.
have some people here who actually want to come on your show.
That's
So
great.
that's up to you if you want to bring them in and stuff.
Absolutely. We're not prejudiced or, we take everybody, we even let people out with their dogs.
Oh,
We won this week a big award, and for 3 shows.
right.
One was with the opera,
Uh-huh.
one was with this little doggie, the couple came on with their little doggie,
Really?
and one was Jerry Ferretti, the Christmas show, where he was singing to all the people. And we got an award for 2nd place.
Oh, that's great.
We just found out.
That's awesome. That is,
Yeah,
that's
but not
fantastic.
today. This was, came through the mail.
Right.
And it's a really nice award organization that doesn't cost as much as like today's thing we went to. To put in your film as a nominee, you have to pay. Everything costs money.
Yes.
So this is manageable. It's called the Several Awards. And they're very, very nice. And they promote you and they make me, we just got
That's
the
awesome.
letters and they send me a buckle to wear
buckle?
around my body, And it's
like
got,
like a
it's
wrestler.
like a wrestler. And it's right here, the wrestle thing. And then it says the name of the show.
Oh.
And it's like a little, what's the word? not fancy with the, globe and gold.
Yeah, yeah.
It's adorable.
Oh, it's not gaudy?
No, it's gaudy, but
Oh.
in other words, it's not gold and silver, but it's very nice. And then they expect you to put it up there but they do it. So there's a lot of things you can nominate people for awards. Anything we could get. I just found out about something I could do for my set. Now I have this lady here. Her name is Susan Pinky. Look at the beautiful set she does in 10 minutes.
That's great.
And this is only one of them. We have great sets, And at one point we had too much stuff, and we kind of
Scaled it down?
well, less is more.
Okay.
This is a great set, and we had a great set the other day. And then for the holiday, the 4th of July and all that, she comes with all kinds of things. So we're very blessed to have Susan. You guys met her.
Yes,
And
very nice
she's
lady.
a very nice woman, and she also does your photos today. And you're going to go, in a few days, you're going to get photos through your website. What is your website?
Can they brush it up a little bit
Yeah,
better?
a little bit, yeah. What is your website?
It's heckervideo.com. Hecker Video.
Now, here's a funny question, because you're a hacker.
I am a hacker. Not related to Hecker's Louder.
No, but do you get people tease you about your name, hacker? I can
No.
name a word that matches
No,
with hacker.
don't. Please. I went through school being teased enough. Number one, I always
Was it the P word?
yes. And my nickname growing up was nothing to do with that. So
What was it?
well, I had several. One was empty head of Showtime, Gary. He used to call me Leader Fleet.
Leader Fleet.
Leader Fleet. Why?
What does that mean?
Leave the food.
Very fast.
Oh,
It's
okay.
in basketball, right?
Okay.
basketball.
All sports, football, basketball, and
Well, I
stuff
would
like
think
that.
they could
So
call you Decker, Hector,
no. I had different other nicknames.
Well,
but
I
you're not
would
gonna-
think that the
Can't
P
repeat on
one,
the show.
no,
Yeah.
the P one would be something that kids would be mean and
Yeah.
call you, and then you could take it.
Yeah,
When you're young.
I've been called everything through the years, and what you learn is to just toughen up and
Well,
not
that's
take it
true.
to heart. You can't.
When people piss me off, like I told you about what happened today with someone picking on my show,
Yeah.
I take that piece of paper and I put it in the drawer, and I forget about it. But I do get pissed off for at least 2 days. And you guys read it, so guess what?
We're the same age. You gotta learn to just
So let it fly.
let it
Roll with the
fly,
punches, right?
and
Yep.
and you just move on from there. So I can't let stuff bother me. You should never let.
Well, I
Okay.
don't now. More, I'm older.
That's
When
what I
I
said.
was
We're the same
younger,
age.
when I was younger, everything bothered me
Yeah.
because I was sensitive and I wasn't as confident. And once I wrote my book, then things changed and they got better. So when Bruce first met me, he didn't know what the hell I was.
You were reading the newspaper, having a bagel and a cup of coffee.
And he was reading his newspaper, right? And I started talking to him, and he was like,
I said, why is this lady
why
talking
is
to
this
me?
lady bothering me? And I would not stop. I have this habit.
It was week after week after week.
If people
I was
won't
like,
talk to
holy
me,
cow.
then it's my job to get him to talk to me. And look at it. Now we're very good colleagues and
They
do a
were
lot
very good
together.
friends, too.
That's all.
I sent him on a few interviews that were not good, but he kept him busy for that week. But really, we had wine at the nice store in Garden City Park with the cheese.
Yeah, the Italian.
The Italian
warehouse,
place,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So, a few things we do. And his wife is usually on game. Yeah. So,
Yeah, we get together. The families get
That's
together.
nice.
I don't know if I could get her to come on the show.
No,
but,
she wouldn't come on. But
And my wife.
this one has a motorcycle, okay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But you haven't been playing with it.
Yeah, I haven't been riding. Getting older, so.
Yeah. One day I want a photo on the motorcycle,
Oh.
but I don't want it to go anywhere. I just want the photo.
Not gonna travel behind.
Yeah,
Are
yeah,
you
yeah.
going to be on the motorcycle with me?
Yours.
With
Yeah,
me?
but for a photo, but
For a
not
photo.
to go anywhere.
Okay.
I'm worried about that pipe that everyone talks about.
Burn your foot?
Yes. Yes.
You gotta wear some boots or something, I
Yeah,
guess.
right. Talking about boots. Some of the best cowboys are not boys. Did you know that? What do you
Not
think
too,
about that?
not
They
too
would
much.
be cowgirls, though, wouldn't they?
Well,
Or not
boys will
necessarily?
be boys, but we hear this all the time. They get all the credit when things are tough, and they are given permission to play when it's over. If doing their job were a reason for a reward, but what about the girls? Boys will be boys. We can work hard, the girls, so we need to work harder, play tough, and negotiate, and put on the high heels. But the boys put on the boots. Now girls wear boots. So I'd
Absolutely.
say we're more even now. What do you think?
I think so too.
Yeah, we are. We are.
I've been watching the WNBA. It's the women's basketball, national basketball, and you see them playing with the uniforms on, but then you see them leaving the locker room,
Mhm.
all decked out, spiked heels,
Oh, yeah.
jewelry, and it's a complete
Different. Right.
yeah. So I agree.
But even they used to say boots and bling. That's a cowgirl thing. But now men are into the hat, the scarf with the thing with the gold,
Mm.
and the boots. So guess what? It's evening out. It's not just for girls, and
Well-
it's not just for men.
Like my own girls, I have two daughters, and since they were like little kids, they were playing sports. Like everybody said, oh, you don't have any boys. Yeah, you can't have a catch. You don't have, you'll never see them on the field. I said, no. Both my girls played softball. One was a pitcher. I'm in the Sachem School District. One pitched for the Sachem School District.
Yeah, that's a very big
Yeah,
district
and a
out
good
there.
school district. And my other daughter, she played shortstop for the school. So they did and played ball all through their lives in schools. And then they were in night leagues, and then they were in summer leagues.
Mhm.
So yeah, I used to have a catch all the time with my girls.
That's right.
And so I don't think girls should be eliminated
Singled out already.
eliminated from anything that
Well, I
they
don't
want to
think they
do.
are anymore.
No, but back then, my daughters that are in their 40s and now, but back then there wasn't as many, and they weren't looked at the way they're
Now,
looked at
my
now.
daughter was a pitcher, so I know.
Right. So now they're out there, and you go to lacrosse, you see girls out there playing lacrosse.
Yeah, and
you
the
see
lacrosse
girls,
isn't easy.
right, and
Very
they, you
tall.
see them in all different sports and
Yeah.
stuff now. So I think that whatever your child, boy or girl, wants to do,
They can.
they should. So I think we should, and as a parent, hold them back.
Don't hold them.
Don't hold them
No,
back.
absolutely not. I try to tell everyone I coach, 'cause I coach kids, women,
Okay.
everything. Just go for it. What's the worst? Ask the question. You want to raise? Ask for it. All they can say is no. You want to move into a different job? Ask. But
Right.
go in prepared. I did this, I did that, I
Right.
did this.
Sure. Right.
And that's just life in general. You want to get married? Put out the list, the pros and the cons, and then talk to the man or talk to the woman. But, today marriage is different. And when you're older, you don't want to get married anymore. If you
we're
lose,
both still married.
yes, but you didn't lose anyone. So I lost a husband,
Okay, that's different.
and I'm
That's
dating again, which is really nice. Five
And
and a half years.
But don't you think you should do what you want to do? If you feel
And
that
at
you want
our
to go
age,
out, yes,
yeah.
you should.
And
why should
we're
you
not getting
stop?
married. We already decided it.
5.5 years already?
Yes, next week. Yeah.
Wow, that was really fast.
And things have changed drastically, but we laugh about it because I always say, are you going to marry me? Like, are we going to get a car when we get married? Something like that. And he'll go, oh, I've been a bachelor my whole life. And I don't want to get married. But there are things that you need to talk about in the future for when you're with a significant other.
Right.
And what do you
Sure.
call a girlfriend or a boyfriend at 73? You don't call them my boyfriend.
What do you? No. What do you? I don't know.
You call them my honey or my significant other or my other half.
Yeah.
But when a 73-year-old calls when their boyfriend, don't you think that sounds ridiculous?
No, I don't think so.
No,
no.
the word. I think it's such a
No.
kitty thing. What do you think?
I
I think it's romantic.
think it reverts back to like, oh, that's my honey.
Yes,
It's just it's
honey,
more
or my buddy,
more
or
of a
my man.
Good, how you
But
doing?
anyway, I have met a beautiful Irishman, and we've been together, and you happen to know him, and he's charming.
Yeah, it's very
And,
nice guy.
but the fact that he never got married is odd. But he was one of 9 children, and he was the oldest. So he had people in his life his whole life. He took care of everybody. And it's a great thing that we have going.
The only thing that should matter, though, for you is not that he was or wasn't married in the past, is how you just two get
We
along.
do. We do.
So it's not part of the equation. I don't think it should be part of the equation.
Right.
If you feel there's a nice connection and you get
Right.
along great, it shouldn't
And
make
I
a
do a lot of
difference.
pictures with him, but he doesn't like them, but I do. And one of these days I'm gonna be calling you to put them all on the tape.
There you go.
But we'll have a little more to say about your business, but in the meantime, Bobby, can we show that video
Okay, hold on.
of Tranquility?
Hold on a second, I'm doing a live broadcast.
Bobby?
Yep.
Yes, okay. Tranquility Spa is my first client since I've done this show, and I've known them for 11 years. You know them from Franklin Square. You came once.
Yes.
Are you coming next week? We're having a big party and bringing your wife.
No,
You
talk about it
should
after the
really
show.
come. It's going to be June 16th, and free gifts for the first 50 guests. You should come with your wife. And you will get 15-minute samples of massage on your fingers,
Oh,
on your back, whatever. And they have a salt cave that is to die for. Massage rooms. We're going to be having wine, cheese, and networking.
Alright.
And we're going to be giving out a few prizes, which will be massages. They have a thing now that is a double massage with the couples. They have
okay.
one
What the
that's
fuck she's
if you
asking
don't
for,
want
and
to
she
lay on
doesn't
the table,
do it.
you don't have to.
Why
You
do
want
you
to sit
get
in the
me
chair,
my
they will
attention
do
and
whatever
then
you
don't?
want. My suggestion is try it once. Once you come to the Tranquility Spa, you'll be back. So we have a video,
Let's do
and
it.
Bobby's going to show us the video. In for this big anniversary party, and it's June 16th. It starts at 5 o'clock, and you guys should come. Even if you just come 15 minutes and then go get something to eat somewhere. You know, but it's going to be fun, and you could put your business card in the
No.
thing, and you can network while you're out there.
Sure.
There'll be a
There's
ton of people
nothing
there.
better than networking
We
sometimes.
invited Bruce Blakeman, so we're hoping that he comes. Also, Carmela's Pizzeria, I think we have a flyer, Bobby. Carmela, Mr. Rick Callia was supposed to be here today, but I think he forgot. But we are going there tomorrow night because we wanted to introduce the whole team to Carmela's in Franklin Square. And we thank Rick for his sponsorship, but we expect him next Thursday now because he didn't show. I have a feeling he's out in the country somewhere on a vacation.
Oh, okay.
Anybody that goes to Carmela's, tell them that tell the boys, there's a lot of boys at the counter, all Italianos, that the Breakfast Club sent you. Because that helps us,
Sure.
and it's been in Franklin Square for like over 50 years, but it was closed for about 9 months, and the family just finally rerouted, and one of the cousins opened it back
I'm gonna
up.
upload 2 pictures.
So
of
that's
2 people.
Carmela's.
The first one
Tonight, we have a lot of friends
is
that
gonna
do
be the
parties
picture
and
in
stuff.
full round.
The Polo Lounge
Photo,
in Westbury,
second
Manor. Have you ever
upload
been there?
is the person in
Nice
the
date
Sure.
night for you and your wife.
I wanna put
It's like
them
going to
on
Copa.
a
Oh.
water slide.
It's
coming
nice
down
for a
the
special
slide
occasion. You talk to Frankie,
with photo
he's the
number
dog.
1
and it's one of our favorite places to go.
sitting between the
We
legs.
also have Bob D'Amato, who will be singing at the
So I want it to be
big
kind of
Eisenhower
fun,
Fair
like
in
that,
2
going
weeks.
down the slide
He's
together.
everything,
In like swim
50s
trunks
guy.
and, you know,
And
bathing
Eddie
suits, no
Sessa.
shirts.
who sings at the Polo on Friday
I'm
night.
gonna upload those 2
So-
pictures.
Polo Lounge is
First
at the
photo,
Westbury Manor?
Yeah,
person
and you've been
in
there.
front,
I was
second
there once,
photo,
yeah, that's
person
right,
in back.
And Billy Mira is now doing a crazy talk show with
Combine them going down.
I mean,
one
we're
big
talking
park with
live
their
pictures,
hands in
Ah.
the air,
throwing
like,
stuff in the audience.
smiling.
It's a lot of fun, and that's being done at 321, which is a new location out on the road. So if anybody needs a recommendation, needs, whatever you need, come and talk to us, because we know everybody, and a lot of the performers perform on the show. If you're having a party, you want a singer, you want a guitar player, whatever you want, call us, because we promote them, they promote us, and we help each other.
Everybody networks.
And that's what family is here on the Breakfast Club. Now, we usually have wine, but we don't today, okay? So here's your drink, it's
Yep.
not wine. And here's your cookies, which you can take with you, because we eat. Because we like to share break. So you're not getting bread today, you're getting a cookie. But thank you for coming. I hope you like us because we love you. And congratulations on this great business. Now, your
Yeah.
website again,
Is-
heckervideo.com.
Right?
How do they call you? What is your number?
The number there is 631
No, I
285.
need it reversed.
30,
I need the photos
68.
switched.
The email is
And-
sales@heckervideo.com.
Correct? Yes.
And
Guy
Bruce,
with the
they can
mustache.
reach you
and
through
the dark.
Through me.
Phone, right?
Through the website and
Right.
through Lee also.
Yeah, and we do respond usually within a good 12 hours. So everything is always also filtered to my cell phone. So if you need something, and a lot of times I get jobs where it could be a Thursday, and all of a sudden they got family coming into town on a Saturday, and they might need a small job right away. So when you call me, usually if I don't get through to if you're doing stuff where you're mailing it away, you're really talking about 2-3 weeks,
I think it's very dangerous.
up to 5-6 weeks a lot of times. But everything is done in the offices that I have in the building there. It's not one, we have a few offices there. And then we put you right in front, so we know that, oh, this person needs it Saturday, 11 o'clock in the morning, you get it done. You come down to the office, you see me there, and then we'll get the stuff back to you right away. So,
He'll even stand outside the door because people don't realize what that building is, right?
believe it or not, this is the truth. During the winter months, it's a little dark, the area.
Mhm.
So I'll go out there with my little phone because it's a little dark, and I put on the light, and I'll be like flagging people down on the street.
That's hysterical.
So I bring them all into the building when, when it gets dark earlier during the winter and stuff. So
That's
I'm
great.
there, and then once in a
And
while,
probably when it's dark, I mean, geez, you're gonna need flashlights out there for people.
Just not even paying attention to anything I'm
we're
putting up.
there. The
For
building,
a long time.
yeah, the building is 24 hours, 365, and a lot of people work in the city. I'm very close to the Long Island Railroad. So they'll say, listen, I don't get off the railroad until 7 o'clock, but I come to you, it's going to be 7:15, 7:20, and either I'll wait or because somebody wants me
Get
home
home
for
to eat,
dinner.
but then it's gonna get cold.
Right, so they'll tell me when they arrive.
We have your, all your little gadgets up there.
So when they'll call me when they get off the railroad, and I'm 8 blocks from my office. My house is right there.
Oh, so you're real close.
So I call it, I'm a half a song away.
Okay.
So when I put on the radio, I go through a half a song and I'm already at
That's
work.
hysterical. So I think we should congratulate Janet, your landlord.
Oh, she's great.
I've never heard of a great landlord like her.
She keeps it.
Janet, you are doing some job with this guy, and obviously for all the other guys in your
Yeah,
building.
so she
thank
makes
you,
sure
Janet.
everything is open, everything's taken care of. And even on the weekends, we are there, we can be there. I mean, so there's no restrictions. She doesn't give us any restrictions.
Really?
Yeah, and
Does she
then,
have a kitchen for you there? You can make your meals or no?
no, my office is like a small kitchen. In other words, I have a small refrigerator.
Right.
I have
So
a
you can have a little
microwave.
snack.
I have snacks for the whole
But
floor.
your wife is only 7 blocks away, so she can bring you dinner.
No,
No, not gonna happen.
No.
I wouldn't either. So.
Yeah, so,
Women don't want to do that anymore.
and you gotta remember, I get in a lot of times before 8, and I don't get out of there sometimes until 7 or 8 o'clock at
You
night.
seem like you enjoy work.
Because it's mine, and Bruce was been
And
a tremendous,
Bruce is a big
a tre-
shot
a
over
tre-
there
a
now.
tremendous help for me through the years and stuff
That's
like
great.
that. And
So how many pictures did you fix up for him?
pictures, I don't know,
A lot,
I
I'm
don't
sure.
remember. Yeah, I don't remember, but it was
You
a
did a
lot.
lot of
Yeah, a lot of
video
stuff is
of my
done. Yeah,
family
and
and
videos and
things
stuff
like
like
that,
that.
sure.
Very nice.
So we try to make sure that we're always available for the public, because the public does work. A lot of them now, both the husband and wives are working for a lot of families. So that's why a lot of times they can't come in until after 6, 7
Right.
o'clock because,
That means a lot because people work all day long. They
Yeah.
have to.
and then again, they might be off on the weekend, so we make sure we're available to them on a Saturday or a Sunday because that's all they have time for sometimes. By the
Right.
time they get home from work, it's late. They just want to go home, have a dinner, put on the TV, crash and stuff like that.
All right. Well, this sounds terrific. So we have a little gift for you today. This is all our paraphernalia.
Thank
You're gonna love this book. It's called Rants of a
person's
Patient
chest
Safety
in front
Advocate.
No.
So this will tell you
that
stories
says share
of
the
why you
show,
need an advocate
like
when you get
handwritten,
old and
like
sick, if
with
you
a
don't have
paintbrush or
children and no one
something.
to speak to you.
share the
And
show.
there were a lot of things here that are funny, but also serious. And so this is your gift from us.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And cleaners for your eyeglasses,
Ah,
because we think everybody needs them.
yep.
And for
Appreciate it.
Bruce, I know you're a little bit of a loner since you're at work, a little bit. So this is for you, The Art of Being Alone.
Oh, thank you.
Solitude is my home. Loneliness was my cage, but then she came out of that. I'm not saying that you're in a cage. What I'm saying is you could probably think about when you were a little bit quieter, and
Yeah.
now look at you. You're 10, you're playing golf again,
I'm
you're
on the
in
show
blue
with
shirt,
Lee.
Yeah.
you're working for him,
Right?
and you're going out, taking your wife out, you always vacation,
Thank you.
and that is for you, and that is the information.
Yes, I got it. Thank
And you already know when the event is, and I'll give you that. So if you and your wife want to come,
All right.
I'll
appreciate
tell
it.
you, if he's coming, because then you could go to down the block, they have a nice pizzeria.
See, if
down
I'm
there.
getting a massage, you're gonna
That's
have
pretty
to.
funny. This is one of my podcast
No, you'll make an
shows that I
appointment.
have.
You won't get it. You'll get a
So we
freebie,
joked
a little
about it
freebie.
last week, coming
But,
up with some sort of
The
promo.
last thing I want to talk about is the seniors, because I always watch out for the seniors, and they are building another uh,
Picture of them
senior center,
on a
in Holbrook.
slide.
Oh,
and
Where is
it's,
it?
again, it's going to be based on, you know, your income and all that. And it's in today's Newsday, and I thought I brought it, but it's not here. So, you should look at today's Newsday.
Okay.
If you have a mother who's still alive or a
Yeah,
father.
my mom just recently passed
Share
on,
the show.
and I found things very confusing with my mom and my dad between Medicare, and what's the
Oh,
difference
that's
between
the hardest.
Medicare and Medicaid.
Well, we have a
And-
specialist coming on next week. for that.
And it's for me, who always focused on video,
Right,
finding out what to do, I felt very confused. I'm being
and
honest.
that's why next week we have Marcella coming on. I had
Very
to change,
important.
I had to change mine overnight, and I picked the wrong one, and I didn't know that I should have went on Medicare Advantage. I went on Aetna Advantage. You can't have both, so I only have Aetna now. But that's gonna be next week's show, and watch it. Tell your friends about it. Everybody, watch, like, and share. It's time to go. I appreciate everybody that watches the show, shares the show, talks about us. I don't think we have one client that came and didn't have a good time. And the opera is Friday night. You want to do something different? Go to opera night. It's not expensive, and if you want to surprise your wife, guess what? You can pick an aria that you want them to sing to
Oh.
your wife in the audience. It's a charity, so you can deduct it, and they'll sing the tune to her. And that is in Huntington. It's on my Facebook. If you ever want to try opera, it's a great thing to do. It is a beautiful church. It's not normal. It's like a huge church,
Yeah.
and the music is just unbelievable. And my friends, it's time to go. The Knicks, they had a great game last night. So guess
Wow,
what?
I'm a nail biter,
Let's
right?
see what happens tomorrow. And that, my friends, is a wrap.